Let me start by saying something that might sound controversial, but it's the truth. Women are more attracted to the man who doesn't seem interested in them than the one who is chasing them too hard. I know you've probably been told your whole life that women want attention, effort, affection, and consistency. And while that's true in a committed relationship, when it comes to attraction and dating, it works differently. Women are emotional creatures, and nothing sparks our curiosity more than a man who isn't immediately available to us. Why? Because women crave mystery. When you're too eager, too obvious, too available, it feels like the challenge is gone. And once the challenge disappears, so does a huge part of the attraction. The man who doesn't show interest right away triggers something primal in women. The need to win him over, the need to prove herself worthy of his attention. Think about it like this. When a guy is already all in before she's even done anything to earn it, she can't feel the thrill of discovery. It's like reading the last page of the book before you've even started chapter 1. There's no tension, no anticipation, and without that, attraction fades fast. So here's the truth. Women respect and desire men who respect themselves enough not to throw all their energy at a woman instantly. The man who holds back just enough creates space for her to invest. And the second she starts investing, that's when she begins to feel the real connection. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly why women prefer men who don't seem interested, what's really happening in her mind, and how you can shift your perspective to understand attraction on a deeper level. So if you've been chasing women, overgiving, or wondering why the ones you want always slip away, listen closely. This is the truth most women won't tell you directly, but I will. 1. Why mystery makes you magnetic. There's something about mystery that makes a man irresistible to a woman. When we don't know exactly what you're thinking, when we can't immediately tell if you're interested, it lights a fire in our imagination. We start wondering, does he like me? Why isn't he giving me the same attention other guys do? What's different about him? That wondering creates curiosity, and curiosity is the seed of attraction. When you don't reveal everything at once, you create room for a woman to project her fantasies onto you. And here's the secret. Women fall for the idea of a man before they fall for the reality of him. If you hand her the full picture right away, you take that away from her. I remember once meeting a man at a gathering. He was polite, confident, and kind, but he didn't hover around me the way others did. He wasn't cold, but he wasn't bending over backwards either. Instead, he had conversations with other people, laughed, and seemed genuinely comfortable in his own space. That intrigued me more than anything. Why? Because every other guy was chasing my attention. But the one who didn't act like he needed it? He stood out. I wanted to know what he was thinking. I wanted to understand why he wasn't trying so hard. And before I even realized it, I was chasing him. Mystery doesn't mean playing games or pretending you don't care. It means you're not desperate for validation. It means you don't feel the need to overshare, oversell, or overcompensate. It's in the way you give enough to connect, but not enough to eliminate her curiosity. When you do this, you allow attraction to breathe. You give her the space to invest, to wonder, to chase a little. And when she chases, that's when the connection becomes real. 2. The danger of over-investing. Too soon. Here's something men don't realize. When you give too much too soon, you kill the natural rhythm of attraction. Women are wired to feel desire when there's a build-up, when there's a gradual unfolding. If you skip that part by throwing all your attention, compliments, and energy at her from day one, it feels overwhelming instead of exciting. Over-investing looks like texting her constantly before she's even replied. It looks like rearranging your entire life for a woman who hasn't done anything to earn that priority yet. It looks like confessing feelings way too early, before she's had the chance to even wonder how she feels about you. The problem with this is simple. Women don't value what comes too easily. If she hasn't invested time, effort, or emotion yet, and you've already placed her on a pedestal, she feels the imbalance. And whether she admits it or not, that imbalance makes her lose interest. Think about it. If someone handed you a trophy without asking you to run the race, would it mean anything? Probably not. Attraction works the same way. The effort, the waiting, the wondering, that's what makes the reward feel valuable. The danger with overinvesting is also that it signals scarcity. It tells a woman, you don't have options. You need her more than she needs you. And nothing kills attraction faster than a man who feels desperate for her attention. Instead, you need balance. Show her you're interested, yes, but also show her that you have a life, standards, and self-respect. Because the man who paces himself, not rushing, not smothering, will always create more attraction than the one who tries to buy love with effort. 3. Why women? Value what they have to work for. Let me be blunt with you. Women don't truly appreciate what comes without effort. It's not that we don't like attention or affection. We do. But when it's handed to us on a silver platter before we've invested anything, it loses its meaning. What really makes a man stand out is when she has to earn his time, his respect, and his interest. Women are constantly surrounded by men who give attention freely. Social media DMs, compliments in public, texts from guys they barely know. It's endless. So attention itself isn't rare. But when she comes across a man who isn't instantly giving her everything, it feels different. It makes her think, what makes him so selective? What does he see that makes him hold back? That's where value is created. You see, women naturally attach more value to what they've had to put effort into. If she had to wait for your reply, if she had to wonder where she stands, if she had to step up and show interest, then she starts to feel invested. And once she's invested, her emotions deepen. Here's the hidden truth. The man who makes a woman work for his attention isn't being cold, rude, or distant. He's simply showing that his attention is earned, not given away cheaply. That's what makes it powerful. So if you find yourself giving a woman everything before she's given you anything, pause. Let her meet you halfway. Let her contribute to the connection. Because the second she starts doing that, she'll value you more than the man who handed himself over with zero effort required. 4. The subtle power of emotional distance. Most men don't realize how powerful emotional distance can be. I don't mean being cold or ignoring her. I mean carrying yourself in a way that says, I'm good with or without you. That energy shifts everything. When a man is emotionally self-sufficient, it makes a woman respect him more. Why? Because it tells her he's not relying on her attention for validation. He doesn't crumble if she takes a little space. He doesn't panic if she isn't responding right away. Instead, he's steady, calm, and in control of his emotions. That steadiness is attractive. Women feel safe around a man who doesn't overreact, who doesn't fall apart at the first sign of uncertainty. It makes him look strong, grounded, and rare. On the other hand, when a man is too emotionally invested too quickly, it creates pressure. She feels like she has to manage his feelings before there's even a relationship. And trust me, no woman wants to feel like she has to babysit a man's emotions. Emotional distance isn't about manipulation. It's about balance. It's about showing her that you enjoy her, but she's not the center of your world, that you can connect deeply but also step back without losing yourself. The irony is, when a woman senses that you're not clinging, she leans in closer. Because your emotional independence makes her feel like she wants to be there, not like she has to be. 5. How interest kills curiosity. I'll give you a real situation to show this. A friend of mine once started dating a guy who was incredibly into her from day one. He texted her constantly, always wanted to hang out, and showered her with compliments. At first, she thought it was sweet, but within 2 weeks, she was already bored. She told me, "It's like I know everything about him already. There's nothing left to figure out. That's what happens when interest is too obvious. It kills curiosity. And without curiosity, attraction dies." Women love to unravel a man slowly. We want to discover little pieces of you over time. We want to feel like there's always more to learn, more to understand, more to look forward to. But when a man dumps his whole personality, all his feelings, and every ounce of attention onto her right away, she has no reason to explore. What makes a man magnetic is leaving space for her to wonder. Not lying, not hiding things, but pacing yourself. Letting her imagination play a role. Giving her the chance to chase answers instead of spoon-feeding them. When you master that balance, showing interest without suffocating her, you'll notice women lean in. They'll text first. They'll suggest seeing you again. They'll start putting in effort to keep the connection alive. Because curiosity, not certainty, is what keeps a woman hooked. 6. Becoming the prize. Instead of the pursuer. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop acting like she's the prize and start realizing you are the prize. Too many men walk into dating with the belief that the woman automatically holds more value. That she's the one to impress, the one to win over, the one who decides everything. But the truth is, women are most drawn to men who see themselves as valuable. A man who carries himself like the prize doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't over-explain. He doesn't feel the need to prove himself. Instead, he sets the tone. I know my worth, and if you want to be part of my world, you'll have to bring value too. That energy changes how women respond. Suddenly, she's not the one being chased, she's the one chasing. Because when a man positions himself as the prize, it taps into a woman's natural drive to prove herself worthy. This doesn't mean arrogance. It means confidence. It means living a life you're proud of. Building yourself into someone who doesn't need validation because you already have purpose, direction, and strength. When you shift into that mindset, you stop giving your power away. You stop over-investing in women who haven't earned it. And you naturally attract the kind of woman who values you because you value yourself first. 7. A wake-up call. Stop handing away your value. Let me end this with a little tough love. Too many men make themselves weak in the eyes of women because they hand away their value without even realizing it. They give attention to women who haven't earned it. They chase women who don't respect them. They beg for love instead of building themselves into the kind of man women want to respect. You need to understand this. Women cannot truly admire or desire a man who doesn't value himself. If you make her your entire purpose before she's even chosen you, you're setting yourself up to lose her. The wake-up call is this. Stop giving everything before you've gotten anything back. Stop being the guy who chases every woman for validation. Stop thinking you need to prove yourself worthy. You are the prize, but only if you start acting like it. That means setting boundaries. That means being willing to walk away if a woman isn't meeting your standards. That means investing in yourself more than you invest in chasing her. Here's the truth from a woman's perspective. We test men, we push, we pull, we observe, and if you fail those tests by giving up your value too quickly, we lose interest. But if you hold your ground, if you show that you know your worth, that's when we respect you. So stop handing away your value. Start living like the man you know you could be. That's what makes women sit up, pay attention, and decide they don't want to lose you. Here's the raw truth. Women don't fall for the men who throw themselves at us. We fall for the men who make us work a little, who value themselves, who carry the quiet confidence of someone who doesn't need us to feel complete. It's not about playing games, it's about respect. When you respect yourself, we feel it. When you value your time and your energy, we notice. And when you refuse to hand yourself away cheaply, that's when we realize this is a man worth investing in. So ask yourself honestly, have you been overgiving, overchasing, making women the center of your world before they've earned it? If so, this is your chance to shift. Start being the prize. Start holding your value. And watch how differently women respond. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed a woman becoming more interested in you when you didn't show interest right away? Or have you experienced the opposite, losing her because you gave too much too soon? Share your story in the comments. I'll be reading them and responding because I want this to be a real conversation between us. Remember, women prefer men who are not interested in them right away because it forces us to step up, invest, and chase a little. And when that happens, the connection becomes real. Don't forget it. You are the prize.